What's going on, everyone? I'm just a typical average American who's also recovering from a bit of illness, but feeling well enough today to react and enjoy reading about the US News Best Countries Report for 2022 and the rankings of best countries. They do these rankings every year, and I thought it'd be very, very fun to check out exactly how Norway did. The thing is, if you had told me Norway was rated number one best country in the world on this report, I would not have been surprised. However, I will ruin the surprise for everybody and say that number one in the world 2022 was Switzerland. Switzerland. Then Germany, Canada, and number four, I'm very pleased and somewhat surprised to see, is the United States. I don't know if there's any bias in this report. This is the usnews.com report. Anyway, they have a bunch of different metrics and measurements they use to generate this, and I'll get into some of that. But Norway, if you're wondering, came in at 13. 13 in the overall rankings of countries on the planet, which obviously is very good. It's very, very good. Probably a little lower than I would have expected. Like I said, I wouldn't have been surprised if Norway had won from a lot of things I've learned about Norway and the quality of life there. But I thought it'd be fun to just read a little bit about why Norway is 13th and maybe compare it to the United States here that got fourth and why that is and the differences. So if you scroll down a little bit, you have Norway, a little description, the Kingdom of Norway, Western country in the Scandinavian peninsula. Nearly all its population lives in the south. I actually didn't know that. I'm actually learning stuff here that I didn't even know I would be learning. Like the large, vast majority of Norwegians live in the south of Norway? I guess that makes sense. It's by Oslo. Okay. Um, Norway is a high income nation with a vibrant private sector. Yes. Substantial safety net. Yes. Very strong economy. But also like good quality of living is what I'm saying. Discovery of oil and the gas gave an economic boost, and Norway is one of the world's leading petroleum exporters. Norway's roughly 5 million people live in a constitutional monarchy. Oh man, there's a lot here. Um, okay, here's a criticism. Like many countries, Norway struggles with how to integrate refugees and ethnic minorities. Okay. Other challenges include how to preserve Norway's social safety net with an aging population and how to be economically competitive as oil prices fall off. Right. Norway is probably very dependent on oil and oil prices, so that's like a weakness, being over dependent on something. All right, anyway, Norway got 13 overall, but they break it down into these categories where Norway is ranked in each category. Like adventure. Like Norway got 22. 22 on the list of countries in the world for adventure. How did Norway not get number one for adventure? I don't get it. What does adventure mean? They define it as people like adventure, the chance to break away from the normal rhythms of daily life, reduce stress and improve well-being, with play important in adult life. What? I mean, Norway seems like full of adventure. Norway seems like the definition of adventure to me. I do not get why Norway only got a 50. It was ranked 22. It got a 53 out of 100. And agility, it didn't score very well either. Norway got a 69 out of 100. What does agility mean? What does agility mean? For a country to be agile, it must adapt and respond to whatever obstacle it faces. Country needs to be efficient in its actions, adopt and accept modern solutions, and meet changing circumstances. Again, just knowing what little I know about Norway's social and welfare policies and government and enacting change, shouldn't Norway have scored much better in agility? I mean, Norway scored bad in agility, adventure, cultural influence scored poorly, entrepreneurship, heritage, movers. What does movers mean? Norway scored horrible in movers. A country's future growth, including how well prepared it is to weather challenges. Oh, to be successful nations need resiliency and momentum with like economy. I think Norway got a terrible score with the economy just based on being dependent on oil, but Norway like exports lots of other things too. Huh? And people are earning like very, very, very good wages in Norway. I am not sure I understand some of these rankings. Open for business. Norway scored great in open for business. I mean, even with all these bad scores, Norway still got 13th place, which is kind of amazing. If it just scored better in adventure, agility, or ability to like adapt, and a few other things, Norway would have been like top five easily. Like, adventure. What is United States ranked in adventure? The United States got a 42 in adventure, and Norway only got a little bit better, 53. Norway is much better than 11 points worth of adventure. I don't get some of these scores. I don't know about this. Movers. Is Norway did bad for movers. Oh, resiliency for the economy. Open for business. Norway did great in open for business. How did America do? America did worse. Norway did better than America for open for business. That's deciding where to bring your business. Um, these countries considered the most business friendly have a balance of stability and expense. So Norway is very business friendly and has a market oriented country that's a haven for capitalists and corporations. So it's saying Norway has a great like entrepreneurial market capitalist society that's very strong and good for starting a business. Yet Norway did really bad in some of the others. Huh. Power. Norway did terrible in power. What does power mean? The world's most powerful countries are the ones that consistently dominate news headlines. Oh, preoccupy policymakers, shape global patterns. Okay, Norway is incredible as its own sovereign nation, and within Norway, it does like incredible, amazing things, but I will agree on the global stage, coming from America, you don't hear about Norway very much, so it doesn't influence a whole lot of what we do. I'm guessing that's why Norway scored very badly in power, in influence. Although Norway does influence Americans in the sense that Americans look at Norway as this example of this amazing place, this shining example of what we could be and policies we could do. So, what did the US? The US had a 100 in power. Number one, 100 out of 100 in power and influence. I mean, I'm trying not to be arrogant, but the United States certainly is very influential on the world stage, for sure. But there's a lot of other countries that are too, especially in the modern day. Okay. I don't know, giving Norway a 13 for power, 13 out of 100. Oh, look at this. Look at this. Norway scored some of the best in quality of life and social purpose. Almost a perfect score for social purpose. What is that? What is social purpose? A country's citizens can rally around certain causes they feel strong about: human rights, environment, religious freedom. Yes, okay. I mean, Norway kind of got gypped on some of these, but some of the more important like categories for the people, Norway did incredible at. This is how Norway scored so highly overall, 13th overall. They were top 5 in quality of life. That's not surprising. Number 2 in social purpose. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You know what else was interesting to me? If you scroll down the leaderboard, It goes Switzerland, Germany, Canada, US. Then Sweden, right by Norway, is number 5. Denmark, number 11. And then Norway. So I wonder why Denmark and Sweden scored so much better than Norway. That'd just be another interesting. This could go on and on and on. I'm really fighting for Norway here. I'm like, why did Norway got deserved to be higher? I'm gonna say it. Deserved better scores for some of these. I think so. But some of these are correct. Some of these are accurate though. Quality of life, social purpose. I understand the power thing, like on a global stage, maybe. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh. Oh, wait. That's not Norway. Oh, additional rankings. Oh, look. This is what Norway scored in some other things. Number 12th in comfortable retirement. Okay. Number 12 in education. Nice. 14 in forward thinking. Wow. Who's number 1 in forward thinking? Singapore. Wow, I don't know anything about Singapore. Okay. Okay. Norway just seems to have scored very high in every category. Like, and by that I mean top 20, top 15 of like every category, and then 13 overall. Norway is just so solid and so high level at many, many, many categories. And then Norway's like the best in the world at a couple, like quality of life and other kinds of things like that. So I think that's actually like a big compliment, and I think that's the truth. I think that's the truth. Anything else here? Norway is number 2 in raising where you should raise your children. Raising children. That is a really great one to be number 2 at. Wow. What's number 1? What's the best place to raise your children in the world? Denmark, then Norway. Huh. Okay. I mean, this is all according to usnews.com, obviously. It's all up for interpretation, but I just thought this is super interesting. Number 3 in racial equality. Very nice. 16 for solo travel. I would think it'd be better. I think a lot of people probably travel Norway solo and stuff. Start a career is 19. That doesn't surprise me. I've heard it can be difficult to get a career going in Norway. Number 2 in women. Norway is number 2 in women. What does that mean? Like women's happiness? Women's equality? Right behind Sweden. Yeah. I'm guessing it's like that. Public services, social inclusion for women, happiest for women. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Norway scores so highly in so many wonderful categories, I gotta say. It's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Retirement, green living. Yeah, Norway, number 4 for green living. Electric vehicles, all that stuff. I'm shocked Norway's not higher in green living. I know Norway's all about that. Switzerland, Finland, Sweden, then Norway for green living. Okay, you're in good company. Yeah, Norway may have gotten a little gypped here for being 13th in the overall rankings, but let's make no mistake, that's still a really great score. I don't even know if the United States deserved to be number 4, but I guess I'm happy, selfishly happy. Oh, they were 13th in 2021 as well. So Norway is just consistently really great. And I think that's a wonderful description of a place that you'd want to live. That's a wonderful description. Norway is consistently really wonderful and really great at a couple of specific things. So I thought this would be interesting, and I think it was. Again, it is just like a random survey and poll and ranking, but it's fun to look at these and figure out their reasoning for how they scored Norway. And some of this was accurate, to be honest. And honestly, I take away from this a lot of positives about Norway and confirmed a lot of positives about Norway that I've heard. So this was cool. This is very interesting to me. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, If you enjoyed this video, feel free to give it a like or leave a comment. And if you're interested in more videos like this, me reacting to Norway, Norwegian culture, feel free to subscribe for more. And until then, thanks for watching, and see you next time.